Hello everybody and welcome to Subspectrum 6. Here we have our welterweight final. On the left hand side we have Vikenty Mikheev of Topeka, Kansas, and on the right hand side we have Shawn Weisenburgh of Mat Chess MMA in Seattle. Vikenty immediately looks to pull and goes inverted. Shawn has now passed the guard, and it looks like as Vikenty has turned up to his side, Shawn has gotten a Kimura grip here. He's going to use it to sweep him, just like he did over to his back. Vikenty still has a hold of the leg. Shawn's going to use that free foot probably to wedge his other leg out and look to either take the back or go into an armbar position here off of that Kimura trap. And that's exactly what we see there. An unfortunate place for Shawn to get a restart here, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is the safety of our athletes. We don't want them banging their heads off of a gym floor, so we're going to get a reset here in the middle. I'm sure our referee, Cliff Harris, will do his best to reset the position exactly as it was on the edge. It looks like Shawn's probably going to lose that position. Vikenty's got his knee in there, using that to frame against the hips, and he now has his elbow line clear. Looks like he may be looking to elevate and go into a leg entanglement, but Shawn has sat down on his heels, kept his base very heavy, and is now looking to pass the guard of Vikenty Mikheev. He's floating on top of the butterfly hooks here and feels the hooks and now looks to be in on a over-under pass. Can't quite see what he's got there on the far side. Vikenty might be trying to pull him into a triangle, but no, Shawn has passed the guard. He's now in side control as Vikenty looks to turtle. Shawn looks like he might have that near side hook, looking to sit into the back, and now he does. He's looking to get that second hook. It looks like he has it full back control for Shawn Weisenburgh here in the finals of our welterweight tournament. Shawn Weisenburgh just looking to control here, maybe tire out Vikenty Mikheev during the regulation period. Vikenty looks to turn up to his knees, maybe turtle. Looks like he was able to shed at least one of the hooks of Shawn Weisenburgh, but Shawn's back in there with both hooks again. Vikenty looking to peel those hooks off and get his shoulders flat to the mat. He wants to get that left elbow to the mat to get himself clear of that back control. But now Shawn has stepped over the head. He maintained that Kimura grip and is now in on an armbar. Shawn looking to separate the hands of Vikenty Mikheev here and finish the armbar. Looks like Shawn now might be open to letting Vikenty sit up and take the back again. And that appears to be what he's doing. Looking to regain that seatbelt, keep Vikenty's back off the mat, and do that chair sit directly into his back take. As he windshield wipers that bottom leg in. Looks like Vikenty now turns up to his knees, has turtled. Shawn does have that one hook on his left side, looking to get the right hook so that he can get that full back control and start to hunt for chokes, arm bars, etc. Shawn almost looking for, like, it looks like an arm triangle from the back. Really just putting a ton of pressure on the neck and shoulders of Vikenty Mikheev here in this belly down position with one hook. Shawn Weisenburgh with that good upper body control and the one hook, looking to stretch Vikenty out. The more stretched out Vikenty is, the harder it is for him to defend these positions. The closer his knees are to his chest, the easier it is for him to defend these positions and get himself back to a neutral position or even an advantageous position eventually. Shawn now back in on that back control. He's got the left hook. Basically has the right hook, just hasn't really elected to go all the way over. Has a foot on the hip, and is now looking to use it to maybe pry the far side arm of Vikenty away to open up that neck. That's exactly what he's doing. He's trying to trap that far side arm, but now has elected to use a butterfly hook on the outside of that leg, that top leg of Vikenty Mikheev here in his back control. Shawn now has that crossed wrist ride. basically has Vikente's arms crossed up. This is a very good setup for the rear naked choke. Looks like Shawn does have that far side arm isolated now, but Vikente's now got a hold of the foot, which that'll save him from Shawn getting that hook, but it's not going to save him from the choke. So Vikenty still needs both hands in there to fight Shawn's too. Looking to tuck that chin and peel the hooks, get his shoulders flat, but thus far he has not been able to, aside from that one time earlier in the match. Vikenty looks to turtle again, but Shawn has that one hook, and he might even have a kind of a neck crank here. He's looking to stretch Vikenty out again, going that belly down position that we've seen him use earlier in the night. Really just flatten his opponent out and make them want to tap. Put a ton of pressure on the chin, and eventually they're going to lift it up, and he's going to get that rear naked choke just as he has in his 2 matches previous tonight. And looks like Shawn is over the jaw. He might be able to get a squeeze here. Unfortunately, the referee's in the way here. Oh, he's got a great squeeze on that jaw here. And as they approach the edge, Vikenty is able to shake Shawn off the top. Shawn saved himself from a headfirst dive onto the gym floor. We're now back to a neutral position. Maybe we'll get to see the takedown abilities of both these guys. I know Shawn is a wrestler. Vikenty is actually a judo black belt, brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so we may see some foot sweeps here, maybe some traditional double legs, single legs, some great stand-up fighting. And right as I say that, of all the things, we see Vikenty go for a flying scissor, but ends up in butterfly guard. And he's now maybe on an omoplata on Shawn, but Shawn has a shin across the belly, and that's a good wedge to help him get his arm out of this position. He spins out and he's on top. His elbow is basically clear at this point. Just has to use that knee, that right knee, to pressure down on the shins and just wedge that elbow out. He's out. Now looking into that side smash pass, but Vikenty looking to turtle again. That's been a technique or a strategy that we've seen Vikenty use throughout this match. As Shawn passes the guard, he is continually going to that turtle and forcing him to try to take his back, and thus far Shawn has done that twice. Looking to do it a third here in the waning moments of our welterweight final. Again, if there is not a submission during the regulation period, we will go to an EBI style overtime, where each athlete will have the choice of either the back or the armbar. And that's what we're going to see here. Overtime between Shawn Weisenburgh and Vikenty Mikheev in our welterweight championship.
Oh shit, hey, this is for the money. You're right. I didn't know that.
It looks like Vikenty is going to elect to take the armbar here in the first half of overtime. We saw him submit Alexander Rahacic via armbar in his last match during the overtime period. And we see him go to that position right away. He hooks the leg. He's got that deep hook on the arm there, but Weisenburgh's got his rear naked choke grip there with the free hand underneath the thigh of Vikenty Mikheev, trying to create space here. He's also using that free leg to try to wedge inside of Vikenty's arms. Now using both feet against the upper body of Vikenty. Very great overtime strategy for Shawn Weisenburgh here defensively. Vikenty looking to go belly down with that armbar, but Shawn has that shin in underneath the armpit, and it looks like he's just going to slowly ratchet his arm out of this position here. It looks like it's freeing itself, and he's basically out at this point. It's just a formality of that elbow to clear. And he's out. Shawn Weisenburgh out for 51 seconds.
Was that one of them?
Looks like Shawn will now elect to take the back of Vikenty Mikheev here in the second half of our overtime period. If Shawn is able to submit Vikenty during this round, he will be our winner and the new welterweight champion. If Vikenty is able to escape, we will move to a second round of overtime. Shawn Weisenburgh starting on the back here of Vikenty Mikheev. He's got still both hooks. Vikenty looking to turtle once again, as we've seen many times tonight. It looks like Shawn might have that rear naked choke. The crowd's getting excited. They can see a little bit better than we are. They're off the mat. And Vikenty's forced to tap on the gym floor. Shawn Weisenburgh, your new Subspectrum 6 welterweight champion. And visibly emotional is Shawn. What a great moment. And a very respectful Shawn blowing kisses to the crowd here. Your new welterweight champion, Shawn Weisenburgh. Great competitor, great show of respect, great show of tenacity. Incredibly impressed with Shawn Weisenburgh's performance here tonight. And it looks like he might have another show here for the crowd.